Hello, this is Noreen from JoyofCards.com and welcome to my video. Hey, I am doing my paper pumpkin alternatives, and instead of going through the whole box and wasting your time, these are the 3 cards that come in the kit. And I would show them to you popped up, but obviously my camera isn't facing that direction. But they're super cute cards. I mean, and there are tons of pieces. So doing alternatives for these came really easy, from just switching things around to being just a little creative. So these are the ones that come with the kit. And by the way, you can buy these cases, and there's a JoyofCards.com/shop. That is my Joy of Cards site. But if you go JoyofCards.stampinup.net, you can get new stuff as well. But all my used paper pumpkins I do put up for sale. So JoyofCards.com/shop. You can buy my used kit, and what you get is all the extras that I didn't use and the stamps. Sometimes you get the stamp and spot, and sometimes you don't, because I do actually love the stamp and spots, and I collect them all. So this one, I didn't have the color, so you're not getting it. But I have this cool box. So all the ones that come with the paper pumpkins, I use this, and then all the ones I ink, I just put a label on them, and I keep them in a separate box. And I'll put a link in my bio so you can know where to get these. They're awesome, and they stack, and they're great. So now let's get to my alternatives. Now here's alternative 1, and it looks really similar to this one, and it also looks really similar to this one. These are the 2 from the kit, but I just kind of used pieces from both and created something totally different. So I've got the back piece, and then the boat piece, and then the wavy piece, and I put the umbrella up. So, I mean, this was really, really easy, because when you have a million pieces, all you have to do is switch them around. So, and they all stand up really nicely. And I did do a video on this. Actually, I did 2. One, how to make this fold, this fun fold. And I give you all the dimensions on it. And by the way, I have 4 1/8 on this fold here on the right. It's actually 4 3/16, just a FYI. But on the second video, it's a template. You can go on my JoyofCards.com/shop and actually buy a 100% true template of it. You can even like print it out on Stampin' Up! Copy paper and then just cut it out, and you have a template. And it looks like this. So you print it like this. This is just on copy paper, but you can put it on Stampin' Up! Paper and cut around it and fold it. And then you've got this forever, and it's good to have in your files of fun folds. So this alternative was really easy. It took me all of 2 seconds. So this is alternative number 1. Here's alternative number 2. Now I turned this type of fun fold card into just really a basic card. And what I did is I glued I taped all the pieces that fold together, and then I put this piece in here. This was one of the pieces, and I matched it up to this other side here. And then I took my scissors and I cut this off, and I also did it to the other side, because if you don't cut off the back side, you're going to get the blue there, and I didn't want that, so I just cut them off. So I just snailed them all down, layered it up, used that piece, matched it up to this sky here. And then on the inside, I used my basic border dies, because you've got this nice cloud one here, and I made these clouds inside. So I got Flirty, Flamingo, Daffodil. This is Azure Afternoon in white, and then I stamped this in Daffodil. And now it's become a regular card. So this is my alternative number 2. Here's alternative number 3, similar to this one. So how they're different is I just used a different background. I did the same technique with cutting both the inside and the front in the shape of that extra piece. And then I just kind of layered it differently. I did use my foam adhesive strips on the bottom here to give it more dimensions. And these things are awesome. I love these foam adhesive strips. If you've never used them, they're a little bit taller than like a dimensional. And when you've got something thin and long, they're fantastic. So I just did that. And then, of course, I used the basic border dies, because how could you not with this card? And so alternative number 2 and alternative number 3 are similar, but look completely different. I almost saved this card to last, but I want to do it now because I like the last 2 that I did some tricky stuff to that. But this was the last card I made, and it was basically, I have all these different pieces I wasn't sure how I was going to layer it together, and I wanted to make it different. Now, this is still that fun fold accordion type of card, but I did something different. And what I did is I made it an A6 card. So I did the background, I did the base, and I took it off of my accordion fold. If you go back a couple of videos, I've got this accordion fold with all the formulas here, and I just made it a little bigger, a little longer. I didn't increase the height, and actually the way I increased the height, because an A6, so this is my card chart. This is amazing. I even use this. And go JoyofCards.com/shop. I've sold a ton of these because this is information that we don't always get, because I have listed all the normal kind of card sizes, from note card to our A2, which is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, A6, A7, A9. There are 4 slimline cards. That's why we're all confused. It's like, what's a how big is a slimline? It's like, we're all confused because there are 4. There's a big slimline, a mini slimline, a popular slimline, a traditional slimline, and what about squares? And that's the square is what made me do this chart. It's like, I don't even know if I can mail this. And I've got some great rules. I've done a video on this too. Go back on it. You'll learn some stuff. And there's different things going on with the post office right now. And if anybody has an online store, you know, in the last month, not only did the postage go up from 63 cents to 66 cents, but they got rid of first class mail. And now it's something else. So awesome. But I've got the card size, what the paper size originally is, the score lines, and all the shadowing from 1/8 to 1 inch. The envelope size is what the A number is and what the actual size is. The postage and what is considered 66 cents and what is not, like a square. Square is, you cannot send it through the post office without it being hand canceled or get a hand canceled stamp. And there are rules here. It's an awesome video. But I used it to make this card because I was thinking, I've got this size here and I've got all these pieces and I wanted to make it a little longer, but came up a little short on the height because it's 4 1/2 by 6 1/4. Well, I just used the piece, one of these pieces here, and made it a little taller. So guess what? It's 4 1/2 by 6 1/4. And I just like I said, I just made it a little longer to do that 6 1/4. And then I just layered everything in here. And then on the back, and I didn't do this to all of them, on the back, I just cut out some pool party and some basic white, put it here on the back and stamped it a little bit. But this is an A6 card. So look up this video on this and get one of these. I mean, I sell so many of them, I run out. So, but I can make like endless amounts of them because I have it. So anyway, this is alternative number 4. Here's alternative number 5. And the reason why I liked it so much is because unlike all the other ones that kind of just looked like this, I made this part the sentiment part, which was kind of neat. So I just layered it up and stamped one of the sentiments, and I put one of the pieces here, and then on the inside I skipped the middle, and it turned out really nice. I kind of liked it. So nothing crazy with just using Azure Afternoon, Daffodil, Flirty, some white paper, and then the only ink is Daffodil and Flirty Flamingo. So this one was super easy. So this is alternative number 5. Here's alternative number 6, and I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. I use this chart again because I wanted to make a note card. And the thing about the chart is we're doing all kinds of things. We work and we have families, we have dinner, and we have all this stuff. And it's like, I know I could do 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 like in my sleep, right? I can do the big slim line in my sleep. But how big is a note card? It's like, I do not have time to sit there and look it up and research and then, okay, but this chart takes care of that. This is an A1 size note card. It is 3 1/2 by 5, and the original paper size, there's 2 of them. It's either 7 by 5 or a 10 by 3 1/2. And I made it a note card. I just took their pieces and flattened it out, and I made this, I bumped it up a little bit so it had the right size to it, and then on the inside I just layered it up. It was like the super cutest card. I thought I was really proud of myself for thinking of a note card. And when you think about envelopes too, you can always get one of these envelope punch boards, because not everybody has like note card envelopes. I mean, I do, because you know this is what I do. But you can get one of these, and you can make really any kind of envelope you want. They're really simple to use. I'll put a link on my bio so you have that. But I've got this. I've got the sentiment up on those foam adhesive strips again, and tucked it in with the little lobster there. The scene is beautiful, and just you can see the lines here. I chose not to cover it up. I don't think anybody really cares, but it turned out to be really, really cute. So this is kind of my favorite one. And these are all my alternatives. And if you want to buy my used paper pumpkin, it's up on my site, JoyofCards.com/shop. You can even get the cards. And don't forget, this is really, really useful. I'm using it. I'm not lying. This is totally awesome. I'm selling 1 million of them. So anyway, that'll do it for me. Thank you so much. Bye.